podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Bigre will look to pick it up and he'll go on here. There's two up here, Bradford. It's Bigre. He's got to make this count. It's Bigre. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one.
City till I die. City till I die.
Actually on the go now, right? So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This has been very painful to do today. We've had technical difficulties, but in today's show, we are talking about post-match Mansfield, pre-match Notts County, the latest Bradford City news, weather forecast for Bradford City game, and score predictions. And we are live on TikTok, X, YouTube, and Facebook. Welcome to Bradford City versus Notts County preview live. And I am joined by Diane, Georgia, and Lee, and other people. So, Miss Diane.
Yes.
We'll come to you, shall we? What's your thoughts
On the Mansfield game,
on the Mansfield game?
we got annihilated, but I stayed till the very, very, very end. I stayed there, sat in my seat, watching us get beaten. We just got annihilated. They were the better team on Saturday. You could tell. And as I was talking to my dad, he was saying, you know who Nigel Clough's dad is? Brian Clough. So obviously, managers. So, but they were just a better team. And I just didn't know what happened to our team again. It looked like we just carried on from Forest Green.
Yeah. What about yourself, Georgia Love?
I stayed till the very end with Little and I tell you now, he fell asleep.
Was it that boring?
It must have been until, because obviously I sit in North West Corner until I were getting the grief because I've got a certain nickname that gets shouted out. So the only entertainment that happened in North West Corner was me getting bullied. So that's the only entertainment we had.
I know the nickname as well.
Let's not repeat it.
I'm not saying a word.
Only good thing to come out of that game though is I got my shirt signed.
Oh, you got your shirt signed?
Yeah, I made Diana a bit jealous because Sam Walker signed my shirt in a certain place.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Me jealous? Never.
Yeah.
It's got all to do with your nickname. Just saying.
No. It's just a certain place on my shirt that got signed, and I told Diane straight away.
Oh, did she get jealous?
Well, I think she would have. It were on the top part of my shirt.
Okay. Right. So this is classed as therapy today. So hopefully, just what do you think needs changing from the Mansfield game? And we'll start off with Diane and work our way across.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute then. What needs changing for the Mansfield game? I think we need to get Cookie and Brad Halliday on the pitch tomorrow. You could tell we were missing them too when they weren't on the pitch. So, and I think they just need to get defending, helping Sam Walker out. Because I can't remember which goal it was, their second or third, when he saved it about 3-4 times.
Yeah, when it bounced off about 15 players before it went in.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know how it was. But yeah, it's really, really good. But we do need defence there for him. So it's going to be one of them things. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
And what about yourself, Georgia Love?
Again, Halliday and Cook need to be on.
Hello.
So it's one of them. The two best players, and they've dropped them just to play the best team in the league. So it's one of them. They just need them two players on for definite.
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you, Lee.
I can hear you, Lee.
Right.
Just going across. What are you saying, sorry, Georgia Love? Can I hear you, Chris?
Nice one. I've finally got on.
Hey, Chris.
Don't worry, I've had about 3 days of trying to get on.
Thanks to me sending you the stuff.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all right.
Right, so what are you saying, George? I'm sorry. So your thoughts on the game?
We just need Cook and Halliday on. Just them two in particular, because the team that played on Saturday, I don't know what they were thinking. Because we need them to. As soon as obviously McDonald got changed onto the pitch, the game changed slightly, but then it just went downhill.
Yeah. What about yourself, Chris? Thoughts on the game?
Well, let me put it this way. First 9 minutes, I think we stood up a little bit, and then it just all went to pot. Now, I agree with what's been said regarding why the hell is those two players, right? Why are they on the bench? Why has he not played Halliday? He's one of our best players down that wing, without any doubt whatsoever. So why is he not playing it? I went on and I said something on that BBC WYS at end of game, because I just thought the whole game was completely soul destroying, and they're the words I used.
Yeah,
we just fell apart. It were like, we've forgotten how to play football. Don't get me wrong, they played well. But it just showed everything that was wrong with our game. It alienated us and just pointed us out as being such a poor team.
Yeah. And yourself, Lee?
Same as Chris, really. I just think 3 at the back against a side like Notts County, who are on top of the league, the top of every chart you can look at for this season. 3 at the back, really? No. Should have been 5 at back. 3 in midfield.
Yeah.
They didn't. Can someone tell me what Adore did in that game?
Absolutely nothing apart from running his own backside again.
Totally mesmerised, weren't they? And like rest of them.
He was chasing balls left, right and centre, mate. That's all he does. And then he'll have one game where he plays well or gives assistance or something like that. He just didn't do a thing.
Crying out for Poynton to come in.
Yeah, everyone, it was a shocking first half, wasn't it, really? They were
just so much better than us. It wasn't even funny. They were just so much better than we were. We didn't have any answer to anything. Man for man, they were a 10 compared to our 3, maybe.
Do you see their second goal, though?
I did.
Their second goal. I've seen replay on it. And I'm not joking. We made a rock for his own back.
We did.
Yeah, it was shocking. So I think Callie's trying to get somebody who's a Mansfield fan to come and join. So I hope that person will come and join us.
By the Christmas.
I know. So we are actually live on other social sites today, on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I've got a new bit of kit, so I'm hoping it's coming through clear on TikTok. So people on TikTok, get your score predictions in. I had a brand new microphone. It's cost me 55 quid from the Facebook Marketplace. So people on TikTok, get your score predictions in. Also, if you want to ask the panel any questions, put it in. We need a new pitch, yeah, Chris. We do need a new pitch. So on the Bradford City game, when did you leave, Diane? What minute did you leave?
I left final whistle, and I really wanted to go on the pitch and give Sam Walker a hug because he looked so dejected. But I know I'd have been banned, but I left, and I was one of them that sort of like were there, sort of like being nice to him, not telling him where to go. But they all looked dejected when they went round the cop. So I stayed until the very last minute.
I'd have said I was shocked personally, but
I've got to congratulate you on that.
How long did you stay for?
Thank you.
I stayed till the very end with my little brother. So
we basically saw that 5th goal gone in, and then the 2 that I go to have a car. They started walking out, and I'm like, what do I do? Right, I've got to go. Sorry, bye. So I had to walk out.
People were walking out when that fifth goal had gone in. I was walking back in because I'd have to pop out for 2 minutes.
That was the most hurtful thing for me because I'm sat watching on telly, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
The ground was empty. It was empty. It was horrible.
I've never walked out before. It pains me to go.
I never do. And I watched it till the end, you know.
So I left after I think Cook scored. But before half time, because I was just trying out my new season ticket seat, and I looked behind me and I could see obviously Ryan Sparks. He was fuming. He was absolutely fuming, Sparksy.
Well, Rupp there with him, wasn't
he? Yeah. I think I tried to get a fan on what I saw on social media. I've seen a video on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, Lee, or TikTok. There's a guy basically saying to Roop, sort it out, come on, put your hand in your pocket. And then there's been pictures on social media as well of him actually speaking to him. So hopefully he's actually heard what people have actually said to him.
I think he cops
Does he understand English, though?
I'm not sure on that one.
I think Rupp takes a lot of stick that really should be. I mean, I've noticed recently there's a trend trying to say that Radin couldn't put up with him. It were Radin that were bloody problem in first place. That's why he got pushed out.
Yeah, I completely agree. He wanted to be puppet master, didn't he?
He did. He wanted to pick the team.
Right.
He wanted to coach him. We know football was one of his statements. He knows all.
Exactly.
No, it narks me when they pick on Rupp because he got dragged into something he didn't even really want to be a part of, did he? So, but he was money man, and that's what he is. He must have put some money in because he bought the club.
I think that's what that guy was sort of saying to him. I've seen that post.
Yeah.
Johnny. And he's just basically saying, look, you either put money in or sell. Because I think he would ask him for something like, what it, 10 million or something?
We don't know, do we? We only know what people are saying.
Can you go down the offer that 5? And he won't do it. That's only conjecture on my part, by the way.
Well, if you know Mark Lawn, he'll tell you, you know. Just saying.
Interesting though, what in the thread the guy said, though, what the guy said in the thread though was, I think he's in talks to buy the stadium. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
He's been in talks for the last 2 seasons.
If that's right, brilliant. That's been a rod. That's been a right thing round his neck, hasn't it?
Well, there's 2 rumours at the moment that actually I just mentioned in Mark Lawn is behind some of these peripherals that's trying to buy the club back. And also Gordon Gibb, he's looking at being a bit more involved because, I don't know, maybe he has got a conscience after all. Not sure. So we'll have to see. That might develop, it might not. But there's a lot of people doing a lot of talking because it's been a massively disappointing season, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it has. We had an uplift, and it's just I think with these games that got sort of postponed, it's put us back in the same spot again, and we just we
haven't gone forward. Have we?
Games have just been shocking.
We're mid-table, aren't we? That's what we are.
Yeah.
That's what stats tell us. We're mid-table.
We've had a few comments come in from Darren. Harry Darren, Leeds United fan again. Always likes to invade.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Your owner needs to spend money on the pitch, and the team agree with you there, Darren. Our pitch is absolutely disgusting at the minute. It's more like Blackpool Beach than a football pitch.
It is.
And don't think it's called chicken on the loose anymore. Yeah, it's called technical issues. Chickens on the loose. That's the new podcast name. Right. Is anyone else got anything they want to talk about on the Mansfield game?
No, in a word for me.
Anyone any more therapy?
I want to get over it.
I want therapy, but I need it off Sam Walker. But never mind that. I'm drinking. Yeah. So that's probably why I'm feeling a bit like that.
Diane, I told you on Saturday, he won't fit in your suitcase, love.
I know, but you will, won't you?
Oh, I might, with a leg sticking out of it.
Yeah, you promised to wear all my clothes.
If it's any consolation, I had a little man that started crying because he said he didn't have his lucky pants on for that game.
Oh.
I have my little brother goes with me and he's got special needs, but he didn't have his. He keeps saying he didn't have his lucky pants on, so he said it was his fault.
It wasn't your fault, lad.
So he was crying. He was literally in tears when fifth goal went, and he goes, "I didn't have my lucky pants on. It's my fault."
No, it was my fault. I didn't wear my pink hat.
Now, there's a proper Bradford City fan.
What?
We all blame ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, blaming me because I didn't have my pink hat on.
He blamed
Right,
himself 'cause he
everybody.
didn't have lucky pants on though.
I didn't have my City socks on.
Oh,
I'm going to move on now to the Notts County game. So I'm going to take a long breath. So Bradford City versus Notts County tomorrow at 19:45, 19th of March 2024 at University of Bradford Stadium. The referee is Ben Toner. Great name. He's had quite a lot of appearances in the Championship. He's had 5. He's dished out 20 yellow cards. He's dished out no second yellows, no reds, 3 penalties. EFL Trophy, he's had 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In League One, he's had 12 appearances, 66 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 2 penalties. League Two, he's had 7 appearances, 32 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, and he's dished out 3 penalties. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 3 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no 1 penalty. I think we might get a penalty tomorrow. EFL Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. Altogether, he's had 27 appearances. He's dished out 127 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, no reds, and no penalties. And typically for a Tuesday night, there's absolutely jack all on the Bradford City TNA website about this. So Bradford City have won 2 games, drawn 2, and Notts have won 2 games. Going back to 2012, Bradford won 1-0. 2013, Bradford City drew 1-1. 1st of January 24, Bradford lost 3-0. 28th of December 2014, Bradford won 1-0. 14th of March 2015, Bradford drew 1-1. And the fixture where everyone's still recovering from, 18th of November 2023, Notts County 4, Bradford 2. Looking at the stats and stuff for tomorrow, Bradford City are currently 15th. They've played 37. They've got a goal difference of -1 and 50 points. Notts are 17th with 37 points, 0 goal difference and 48. The top goal scorer for Bradford is Andy Cook on 15. Landstaff has scored 23 goals for them, so he'll probably score tomorrow. Andy Cook's had 5 assists. Landstaff's had 6. Altogether, Cook's played 34 matches. Landstaff's played 37. Bradford are ranked 20 in goals scored per match, 1.2 goals. Haven't won a home in their last 4 matches. Ranked 7 goals conceded per match, 1.3 goals. Notts are ranked 2nd in goals scored per match, 1.9 goals. Haven't conceded the most penalties this season, 14. So we'll probably get a penalty tomorrow. Jordy Jones is ranked 1st in big chances created in the competition of 28. So, and before we ask everyone else what their thoughts are on this game, last couple of games, Notts County lost 3-1 against Crewe. They lost 4-3 against Sutton. They lost against Wimbledon. They lost against Crawley, and they drew against Ackland Stanley. Bradford lost against Wickham in the Cup. Drew 1-0 against Doncaster. Won 3-0 against Ackland Stanley. Lost 2-0 against Forest Green and lost against Mansfield. So then going back to everybody else over there, what's your thoughts on the referee and everything else?
The referee...
Across.
Well, we're starting with me. I'm not quite sure about the referee, but you know what it'll be like. Hopefully they'll be nice to us and not give any yellow cards out. Hopefully with the playing, we will start Cook tomorrow, as I've said, and Halliday. Keep Rydell off the bench, because as Georgie said, when we started with McDonald when McDonald came on, he commanded that midfield. and things. And Jamie had a good game until he got taken off. So hopefully we'll see a few changes in the squad tomorrow. And hopefully Langstaff won't score. But knowing, like you said, knowing our luck, he will do.
And Georgia, love?
I don't know about the ref, but again, we need to start Andy Cook and Halliday for definite. Because with them two on the bench, what's the point? Might as well not even be there.
Yeah. Chris?
Referee, at least it's not Drysdale, so I think we're on a bonus there. With team, one thing that I think they've got to sort out is, I wonder where their heads are at. But on the bonus side, they are a professional football team, so they should be able to go at it. If they do, I think they'll do it. Might only be a 1-0, but I think they'll do it.
Okay, and Lee?
Like Chris said, Drysdale, good job it's not him. I think referee's going to be all right. To be fair, he sounds okay. That's all he can really ask for. And the game will probably change that. But hey, I think Poynton needs to come into that midfield. That midfield had nothing the other night. We need him in. We need his energy.
We need to forward out.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I don't care who goes. Odo needs to come out for me as well.
I'll agree with that as well.
And Miss Callie, if you can hear me.
I can. Evening, everybody. I'm a bit ill, so bear with me. Yeah, Halliday definitely needs to start. Cookie needs to start. I'd like to see Poynton on midfield. I know we're missing Tompkinson and Kavanagh, aren't we, for tomorrow night's game?
Yeah. And to national
yeah. So that's going to be quite a loss, I think, losing Tompkinson. But he didn't seem to have a good game Saturday either, really.
I don't think any of them did.
No, none of them did.
No.
I think we'll do well. I think the players will be quite humiliated after that performance. So I think we'll come back fighting, if I'm honest. We normally do.
I hope so. They need to. I agree with that. We need to. We need to show some bottle.
Yeah. Callie, have you invited your Mansfield friend?
No, I did, but obviously the link wouldn't have worked that she had, and then obviously I've been driving to work, so I couldn't faff about with my phone while I was driving.
I've sent you the new one anyway. If you want to send it to her.
Yeah, I'll see if she said she was just finishing work, but now it's obviously late, so she may be able to.
Yeah.
Is anyone? I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. Is anyone else got anything you want to say on the team news or anything? Actually, Diane, what do you think? What changes do you think will be made?
I think obviously we've got Tompkinson and Kavanagh missing, as Callie said. I'm not 100%. Hopefully, might put Sam Stubbs in and might play Smith up front with Cup. So just with us missing Tompkinson, which it will be a big miss for missing Tompkinson, because he has had good games the last few. Every time he's played for us, he's played his heart out. And like I say, I think Brad will come on. So, and then you'll probably keep the same squad again that started, apart from the few changes.
Has anybody heard about Pattison? Because he were getting close to training with team, wasn't he, again? So, I just wondered if anybody had heard anything.
It seems like he's always crocs, doesn't he, and injured Pattison. Always injured.
He's on his way back. His training is with sort of rehab team and little short-sided things with players, so that was last I heard, and I haven't heard out since.
How long ago was that, Lee?
Last week. Alexander came out with it. Because he were asked,
you'd think he'd probably come back in next 2 or 3 weeks then, wouldn't you?
A few weeks ago they said it was about 12 weeks that it were going to be out for.
Originally, yeah, it were a full 12 week.
Yeah, to do with his leg or something.
And what about yourself, Georgia? What do you think the changes will be made tomorrow?
just the fact that Cook and Halliday will be on and possibly Stubbs. I agree with Diane.
Yeah, Stubbs needs to come in.
That's how I'd
Okay.
I agree with
Chris, what about yourself? Any changes, do you reckon, tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's a definite Stubbs in for
has to be, doesn't it?
Tompkinson. I'd hope that Oda isn't playing, but I know that he's going to be in there. He's going to be in starting lineup because Alexander's so blind he can't see no problem with him at all.
I'm worried about Alexander, mate. I think he's losing his bloody mind after that selection.
Oh, exactly, mate.
What annoys me about Graham Alexander is because I moved seats, so I sat in my new seat where I would plan to sit for next season, and I looked in front of me where I can see the dugouts, and it wasn't there. So I think he just normally sits behind, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then second half, he's come down to move to front, and everybody, the lad in front of me, shouting, saying, "You don't know what you're doing. There's people around us who don't know what you're doing." It's going to end badly, and I think if we lose tomorrow. You could have Messi in his team, Neymar, but personally, I think he probably gets sacked at some point because look what he did at MK Dons. MK Dons were doing crap with him. They sacked him, and now they've got a new manager and they're up there. So things need to change, and I think in the summer we need a clear out. And I don't think Graham Alexander is the man to do it.
If they're going to get someone in, they need to do it sooner rather than later, so he can have a pre-season. Plan who he's going to bring in and get rid of, because this squad is too big. Yeah, I would.
His choice of team is completely out there. It's wrong.
Well, he goes on about consistency, and he is not consistent at all with his team selections.
No. You look at who's on bench, and there's 5 people on bench that you put in your main team.
For sure.
That's not probably technically correct, but there might be 2 or 3.
Well, Poynton should be on 20-odd games now for this season.
Exactly. We're going to be in a problem where Poynton gets that annoyed that he just says, you know what?
I'm off.
I'm
always going to be a Bradford City fan, but I want to play football myself. That's, how many players have we missed out on because of...
Lucky man.
He is.
He runs at everybody with no fear, and if Alexander can't see that, he needs glasses.
I think he needs more than glasses.
So we've had a couple of TikToks come in. We've had Andy on TikTok. He has to do Roop and needs to go. And why would you leave Cook and Holiday on the bench?
Exactly.
I think he's just at his depth and he's panicking.
Exactly that.
Team's not good enough though. Like watching the team and stuff. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but Mansfield passed that ball round on that pitch on Saturday night. No problem. We got the ball. We could cross it.
Pub team. The Meadows
That's what I meant
pub team.
with it, Johnny. They didn't just play us off the park. They made us look completely poor and inadequate because they were doing it so easily. We had no comeback on that team at all.
And obviously, we're going to go on just rant and rave about anything else now. So, we'll start off with Diane. What do you want to rant about, chat about, vent about anything?
Rant about, I think Rupp probably saw his investment and looked at the pitch. He should get something done about the pitch now. He should have looked at it and thought, yeah, I see what they mean when people are complaining about us getting matches postponed. We need to put some money in and invest in the pitch this season. But then again, is he going to be selling? We don't know. As I found something on Facebook, I said if I'd won the lottery, I would buy Bradford City Football Club. But I'd have an all-female board of directors. So, but yeah, I think Rupp does need to invest in the pitch for next season, definitely.
So, on about Rupp there, Diane. Obviously, we had the fan try to speak to him.
Yeah.
The other day at the game. Do you think he's took anything on board? Or do you think he's like, oh shit, what have I got myself into here kind of thing?
Yeah, he might have taken something on board, but you don't know. But it might be like going, oh shit, the fans are turning on us. Because did some fans shout Rupp out and Sparks out to them when they found them out in the main stand?
Several times.
Yeah, so after I think it were 3 goals in, the whole ground, where I was sat, have all stood up and they've looked. And they've all started saying, "Get out of our club, put money in." And then I looked up again and Ryan Sparks has lost it. He's gone in thundering. He's gone door and closed door behind him.
Bloody hell.
But like looking at stuff here, like BCFC Robin, Roop ain't investing, he's looking for a buyer. And then Jake underneath put BFC Robin, nobody will pay £10 for us. £10 million for us. So something needs to change at the club because I've renewed my ticket and I enjoy going to the games. I'm even going to go to Harrogate. How I describe Bradford City at the minute, it's a roller coaster. And this roller coaster is right at the bottom. It's coming, like we've had the highs and lows, or the highs are going to Wembley, and now we've had the lows. Stick with the team and hopefully things will change in the summer. But like I always say when I ring Radio Leeds up, it's deja vu.
Well, as I was saying, you've got to,
different day.
With us, you've got to take the rough with the smooth with Bradford City. Like you say, it's roller coaster watching Bradford City. So you take the rough with the smooth and the ups and downs.
Let me tell you, the ups have been magnificent. The downs are just that thing that gets stuck to the bottom of your shoe, and we got to take it because we're not in Premier League anymore. We're not a big club. We're Bradford City, and we're proud.
Right. So, I've seen it, Kelly. I've seen it. So before we go to Georgia, by the power of social media, we've got Kaylee here. Kaylee. It's like Keith, isn't it? Kaylee's here. I've sent her a request, so hopefully she's accepted it. And she's going to tell us how wonderful her day was on Saturday. Are you there, Keely, love?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. So,
good.
As a Mansfield fan, you came to the game. How was it for you?
Do you know what? It was really good. I was really nervous before because obviously Bradford, we've been before and it was a very interesting match and we obviously had a good day then, but I was really, really nervous. And when we sort of scored the first one, I was like, right, okay, maybe, they'll get back into it like we did at the last game. And then the second goal went in. I sort of looked at my friend and I was like, what's happening? And then the third one, I was in tears. I was in tears by the third goal. I couldn't believe it.
Because it looked like you guys were having a right party atmosphere over there. You were singing along, and I know you're up there, aren't you? Now you're top of the league, or you're first, second?
Yeah, top of the league. We're 5 points ahead. So we're just shouting for Crawley to obviously win Stockport tonight. So I've got that on in background, giving Crawley a shout. So I'm now a Crawley fan for 2 hours. Just because we obviously want to maintain that top of the league.
So were you sat in stood up in the Midland Road, or were you in the TL Dallas?
I was in the lift stand, so I was on the side.
TL Dallas.
Right at the bottom. So I got a good, obviously, look at. It was nice to be near the players. Because normally at Mansfield I'm right up in top tier, right at back, so it was nice to be able to see sort of the passion on the players' face, and it was a really good day. Really enjoyed it.
So being a Mansfield fan, I know you're on your highs at the minute and stuff like that. So what's actually I can't remember his first name. What's his first name? Is it Nigel Clough?
Nigel, yeah.
What's Nigel done then to improve your team?
He's bought, to be fair, this season he's bought a few good players in. We've obviously got the likes of Aidan Flint that sort of maintained our solid defence. Granted, we've had a few hiccups in past few games where we've not got clean sheets, and we should have probably have got clean sheets. But he's just been consistent, really. He's you never know what he's going to do from one game to the next, because he sort of switches it up with players. So you can have like one team that go on a really good run and, you know, have a really good, like the Harrogate match, and then the next game he sort of switches it up and we end up losing, and it's like, why did you change it? Just leave it as it, you know, as it was. But yeah, he's done really well. He's been sort of, you know, he's had low moments, and we've had obviously fans wanting him out, but he's sort of kept to his consistency and brought new players in, and hopefully this is the season.
Yeah. So do you reckon you'll if you do go up, do you reckon you'll stay up there, or do you reckon you just do a Carlisle and just come straight back down again?
I'd like to think if we've still got half the players next season that we might stay up, and not just be, you know, a one season wonder and go up and come straight back down, because we've been wanting to get out of this league for God knows how many years now. So yeah, it'd be nice to go up and stay up.
It's an horrible league to stay in, isn't it? Been here for quite a while, Bradford City. I'm just hoping you go up, Stockport go up, and Wrexham all go up. Get out of this league.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I think that's my top three that I've sort of predicted a few matches ago. But I'm a bit unsure about third place. I think it's going to be very, very tight. Very.
So if you do go up next season, do you think you need to improve in like goalkeeping, any position or anything like that?
I would say for me, I think it's a midfield. We sort of lack some games, we can be, you know, 100% on it. And then other seasons, especially when we've got the likes of Ollie Clark is injured at the moment. But when he's in, it is a solid sort of midfield. So I would say probably a midfield to bring in. Everywhere else, I'd say we've got some defenders coming back in from injury, so hopefully they can fit back into defence and make it as solid as what they have done this season.
And have you got anything you want to chat about, vent about, or anything like that, or you're just happy at the minute with your club?
Yeah, I think I'm happy at the minute. I've not sort of been this happy in a long time. It's nice to be top at table. It's nice to be up there and not having to worry about playoffs, because obviously past couple of seasons, you know, we were season before we were one goal off being in playoffs. Season before that we actually got to playoffs, went to final and lost to Port Vale. So yeah, it's nice not to be in that sort of area of, oh, we're going to be in playoffs again.
Yeah, I hope you do go up and get out of this league, and then hopefully Bradford City will have a better chance next season, after we've cleared out after manager gets sacked and half the team gets turned over and released and stuff. It's been a Bradford City fan at the minute. It's appalling and horrible. We're on a downer at the minute. We won't get relegated, I know that, but just hope we keep up. Georgia, you want to vent about anything?
No, just no.
Okay. Chris?
I think I've probably vented already, haven't I? Basically, no, I'm going to change it now. I'm going to go to the fridge, I'm going to have a beer, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, yes, Tuesday night is going to be a good night for Bradford City. We're going to all come out with a ZZL bonus.
And Lee, you want to chat about, vent about, shout about anything? Oh, Lee, don't tell me you're having technical difficulties.
No. Somebody rang me up. Sorry, I'm back. Out to rant about, really. No, I just want the lads against Notts County to give it their all and show us that it meant something to them the other night. That's about all I can really say. Because it's the only way they're going to get people back and get people to say, well, okay, it was a bad day at office. I would a bit more than a bad day at office, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to come back with something. You cannot just leave that there and get stuffed again. Because that means team's gone. For me.
Yeah. Calla, have you got anything you want to chat about, vent about, speak about?
I think we've covered everything really. I know Keely does quite a lot of things for the her football at Mansfield. It'd be nice for her to give us a little bit of knowledge about that. I know we do have ambassadors, don't we, at our club, but I actually don't know who they are.
Yeah.
How does that work, Keely? How do you get into that?
So basically, it was the end of not last season, the season before, and there was a post just came up on our club website, and it was asking for an ambassador, and it was just explaining obviously what role it was. So it's just Her Game 2 is basically about introducing women to football. Obviously, it's not a sexist thing. It's not saying that obviously it's our game and men shouldn't play or vice versa. It's just encouraging like young girls to and boys to sort of get into football, but it's mainly we do a lot with grassroots. I don't know if any of you have heard about grassroots.
Yeah, one of my mates runs that, yeah.
So yeah, it's basically just getting the younger generation to obviously come into football and to basically say that we're all one club, we're all sort of across the board, we're all here for the same thing, we all support different teams, we all love our teams, and we just want people to feel safe in football. Like for me, a few years ago, I wouldn't have dreamt of going on a bus full of men to a football match. Do you know what I mean? But now I've been on away trips with a group of blokes, and I tell you what, I couldn't feel any more safer than I do at football.
It's similar to me, because obviously because I'm in the middle of the country, like well, where you are. It's the sports coach picks me up most away days, and it is usually full of men, and there's like a couple of women on the coach nowadays. And I'm the same as you, but now I'm like just one of lads now. As daft as it seems, even though we're women, we are classed as just one of other lads, aren't we? Sometimes.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's just about making people, feel safe, and to say that, it is, if you want to go on your own, then you're more than welcome to, and people will sort of, make you feel welcome. I mean, we've had the few, or you don't belong at football, you should be in kitchen and blah blah blah. But we're trying to get that message out that, it's not a game just for men, and women and girls and younger people should be involved, because I mean, some boys might not want to go to football or might not enjoy football, and it's just about getting them into it. And yeah, so we do a lot with the club, and we do a lot obviously with like grassroots and schools and things like that, so it's really good to get into.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that. Thank you, and thank you for bobbing on and joining us, and good luck for this season.
Come back and see us again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm all for that inclusive. Yeah. That's what's missing sometimes at a lot of football clubs.
Can I just say about blokes? Somebody at work, when I used to work up in Bradford, asked me if I knew the offside rule. Told them I did, told them it, and they went, "Oh shit, she knows it." Because I was a woman, they thought I didn't know the offside rule.
People like that still exist.
Yeah, it were ages ago though.
All right.
But yeah, I still didn't think I knew offside rule.
Right. Moving on to everyone's favourite feature. Stan's not here to say his line, but this weather forecast is sponsored by Stan. The sun rises at 12 minutes past 6 tomorrow and will set at 20 past 6 in the afternoon. the weather forecast, it's going to be from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, it's going to rain, and then we're going to get a bit of sun out, so hopefully the pitch will not get flooded. So the sun's out tomorrow, and then after 1 o'clock, it's going to get a bit cloudy, and the highest it's going to get is about 13 degrees, so just take a jumper, you'll be all right. And that's your weather forecast for tomorrow. Right, everyone's second favourite feature. Score predictions. Also, TikTok, YouTube, get your score predictions in. This is your time to shine. So, Miss Diane, score predictions for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going to say 3-0. I've got a feeling we're going to beat Notts County 3-0 tomorrow.
Okay. And sorry to break your heart, Diane, but there's no sound effects today because I'm using my PC. So I don't know if that's a bonus or not.
It's a bonus.
Georgia.
I think it's going to be a close one, so probably 1-0, but my little brother wants to give his. What do you say, Jake?
1-0 for Bradford City.
Good lad.
He's saying same.
Good lad, 1-0 City. Chris?
I'll go with that 1-0 City. Well done.
Lee?
I would take a 1-0 all day long, but I want to say 3-0. I would love to see us put 7 past them. Not going to happen, so let's go 1-0 and be safer.
Miss Kelly?
I think he'll give the players a rollicking. I think we're going to win tomorrow night. Definitely. I'm going to go 2-0, I think.
Yeah.
And I know Keely's still here because she's still chatting. I can hear a speaker going away. What's your Bradford City's prediction tomorrow, Keely?
I'm going to go same with Callie. I think 2-0. I think you're going to obviously want to come back fighting.
And right, time for start off with YouTube because I can see them currently. So Dan on YouTube thinks it's going to be 2-2. We've got James is going to go 1-0 to Notts as a City fan. Boo. Got Max 2-1 City. Come on. No, no, we got a follower. I forgot to turn it off. Right, I'll wait for that to stop a minute. Thank you for the follow.
Join in, everybody.
Yeah, it's a right tune. Yeah, let's wait for it to finish. I need to change it. I forgot to change it. Oh, don't go on. I forgot to turn that off. Thanks for direct. Thanks for the follow. Right, so come on. How long does this go on for? It's like a weather. Here we go. Right, so we've got James 1-0, Notts as a City fan. We've got Max 2-1. Come on, City. We've got BFC Robin who thinks it's 2-1 Bradford. We've got Jay who's going to be 2-1 Notts. Cook with a goal. We've got Alfie who thinks it's going to be 4-0 Notts.
No!
Who else have we got? Right, and before we do disappear, everyone's favourite third feature. What's on your plate? So, Diane, what have you had for your tea today?
Homemade chicken curry and rice.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Naan breads roll?
Homemade. What?
Have you had naan breads?
No, not with my Slimming World. That was very good. Is that right?
Okay. Georgia?
Jake, what did we have for tea? We had Chinese, didn't we?
Yeah. We had
A Chinese from local Chinese.
we had onion rings, chip red sauce, and
We had chicken balls, didn't we?
Chicken balls.
Yeah, we had that for our tea.
Chris?
Got to get mine after this. And it's going to be, wait for it, eggy bread.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Loads of salt and pepper, I hope.
Yes. HP Brown also.
Oh, very good.
Lee, what's on your plate?
Nothing now, that's it.
What have you had?
Chicken and bacon pasty.
Nice. Kelly?
It's breakfast for me, remember, because I'm on night, so I've had Cheerios. I've had some Cheerios.
Some Cheerios.
Nice. And because
Sorry, they've had a bacon butty at least.
what have you had for your tea, Keely?
I've had chicken stir fry tonight.
Oh,
Nice. Right, we've had a question from BCFC Robin, and this is to everybody. Do you think Smallwood should be our captain next season?
no.
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 Definitely not.
No, give it to Gilead if he's still here.
Exactly. I agree there with Diane.
I'll ask him a question. Do you think he should be lined up against a wall and shot?
Yes.
And he's replied for me.
Harsh, isn't it, really?
That's a bit harsh for Smallwood.
I only meant with a paint gun or something
Hey, listen.
like that.
Oh, that's all right.
He won't be in any danger. He goes missing in games. I'm sure he won't be able to find him against the wall.
Right. So Robin's replied.
Have you met Peter?
Hey up. Oh, big question for everybody here.
Minutes.
This is from Alfie, BCAFC. I have a question. Do you think Harry Lewis is a snake?
No. I don't think he's the goalkeeper he thinks he is, though. As he's being
I'll
proved.
second that.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he's a snake.
I think he's trying to improve his career, but at least he's happy. I think he's happy at Carlisle.
I bet he isn't.
Especially with their defence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If he wanted to improve his career, he should have stayed right where he was.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, right. So Jay has replied to BCFC Robin on TikTok. We've got money for him and replaced him with a better goalkeeper.
We have.
Jay, I'm going to disagree with you on this one.
No, I agree with him.
I don't think Walker is better than Harry Lewis.
I do.
Yeah, with it all.
Controversial.
Yeah, controversial, because with this, Lewis did concede a lot. And I am glad he has buggered off to Carlisle because he's coming straight back. He's gone for the money, Lewis, to Carlisle. Walker, he's one of these players where I think Lewis is gone and then the club's like, oh shit, we need a goalkeeper. We only had one person on the books at that time. We had Doyle, and then we had, I can't remember the other goalkeeper, but he was out on loan. And
Keith Richardson.
Yeah, he's out on loan, so we had to basically rush a job. And it seems like the scouts didn't actually scout him. What do you call him? Doyle recommended him. So I don't think Walker's any good. And personally, I think at the end of the season, if he's on a short-term deal, I think that deal will probably be terminated. And we'll probably go for a keeper. What's everyone else's thoughts on it?
Well, Walker were looked at in summer when Mr. Lewis wanted to go to Barnsley. So it's not a quick fix thing. They've been thinking about him for a long time. So.
No. So Diane, what's your thoughts on Walker, the new keeper?
He's tall. He's kept us in some games, and he's had the clean sheets.
Come on, Diane. Tell it truthfully.
That is.
Apparently, he's got a nice bottom.
You'd love it.
What was that?
You know.
Yes, he has got a nice bottom.
There you go.
And he's tall, and he has kept us in some games. And stop embarrassing me.
And
it's a bit blue again, isn't it?
He has.
Georgia, what's your thoughts on Walker?
So far, I don't think he's that bad. I don't have a problem with him. He's played some good games, and obviously there's going to be games where we're not going to be as good. So I don't really have a problem.
And before we go to Chris,
there were only one goal I would have faulted him for overnight. The rest of them, I think, his defence just went missing in action. Not a lot you can do when that happens.
So before we go to Chris, there's one thing what really, 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 and I mean really hacks me off with Walker is his kicking ability. He takes so long to take a goal kick. It's unbelievable. Watching him the other day,
We're losing. Pitch, mate.
Nobody it takes him 3 days to kick it. We're losing, and he's just there thinking like it's a Sunday stroll. It takes 3 days to kick it out.
He's a bit slow, but he didn't come as a kicker, did he? His distribution's not as good as Lewis's. Fact.
But if we actually had a decent keeper who would kick us up there, kick it up there, or just pass it out quickly, we might have a chance of scoring a goal. But if you're taking 3 days to take a blooming goal kick, you've got not a kind of chance of scoring, have you?
I don't think Peter Downsbury or Pat Lyon is available now. You won't know who they are, but old goalkeepers.
Yeah. So we've had, go over to Facebook now. We've had a couple of Facebook comes in from Benji. Why isn't Bobby Poynton making the squad? Young Bradford lad, bags of talent, gives us attacking edge. I don't know, Benji. I can't really answer that because I'm not the manager, but I think, I don't know if he's had a fallout or he might not be doing well in training. But with young Bradford City players, we normally don't stay. They'll normally bugger off to Hull somewhere or West Brom or somewhere. They'll bugger off to a better team.
Or Grimsby.
Or Grimsby. What's your thoughts, Diane, on Bobby Poynton?
I think we need to play Bobby Poynton, definitely. Otherwise, in the out of contract in the summer, have we heard?
Yeah, but he's got a 12-month extension in club's favour, hasn't he? So he's not really going to seriously go anywhere without them paying a lot of money.
Yeah, I think they do need to start playing him. They might get the chance this week with Kavanagh being away on under-21 duty.
Sincerely hope so, and we'll find out tomorrow.
Definitely. I've not even done my fan hub yet for my squad, so I'm going to have to work on that.
You got a fan hub?
So before we go to Chris, we've had Steve Monday chirp up on a Monday. Great name, Steve. He commands his area better than Lewis. Or am I wrong? I agree with you on that, Steve. He does command his area better, but I think it's his distribution what causes him his issue. Chris, what's your thoughts on Poynton?
On Poynton, simple. He should be played. He's proved it time and time again when he's come on. And basically, he just runs at players. He's got that energy. So I don't know, and I haven't. I just can't come to terms with it. For the last couple of games, why Oda's there and not him? Even through sort of like part of the second half, why? I can't comprehend it, mate. It's just bewildered me.
So we've had a comment on TikTok from Connor. The last game I went to see him play, Bobby got me on the edge of my seat in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, he's a good player. I personally think, tell me if I'm wrong, guys and girls, when we played Notts County away, I think he got carked off at half time. So his confidence probably got knocked. And obviously he conceded 4 goals on Graham Alexander's watch. So I'm thinking Graham Alexander don't think he's good. I don't know what people's thoughts on that.
He's not a defender. He gives other people like so many chances. I don't know why he won't be in.
Diane, still here, love?
I am sorry. I'm messaging people.
It's all right, Diane's currently having a stroke at the minute. Okay, Diane, put your teeth back in.
I'm fine, no, Diane's on the tequila rose.
Yeah, I hope she's on beers.
No, it's a shot.
Yeah, for me, Poynton needs to be in. Ado needs to be out. Brad Halliday needs to be up behind him so that he's got that cover and they can overlap like they did before when Poynton was playing his best football. Walker inside of him. Don't care what they do with Smallwood. to be honest. But yeah, he breaks play up, but he doesn't do a lot with it when he gets it.
And his passing's absolutely ludicrous.
It is. He sees passes no one else on planet Earth can see.
They can see it from Moon, though.
I've never been. I wouldn't know. But that's where you think it's going to end up sometimes when he belts it. Instead of just touching it through sometimes through a gap, he doesn't. He just wellies it, and it's like, what the heck are you doing?
You put him against McDonald, and at this moment in time, McDonald is a much better midfielder and holds up the ball correctly than what Smallwood does.
Definitely a different planet, isn't it? He's just not in the same class as McDonald. McDonald quality needs to be playing as well.
And before we do disappear, so TikTok, remember, last couple of minutes, I know I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes, but get your score predictions in. Are you going to the game tomorrow, Diane?
I am going to the game tomorrow.
But you're not allowed
Definitely.
For 1,000 years.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll be there with my season ticket. Trying to get in with no technical difficulties.
Lee? Are you watching the game and I follow tomorrow?
I'll be watching. I'll be the dove from above. Go, go. Come on, City.
Right, so we've had one. This is the last question of the day. This is from Alfie again on TikTok. Why do you think Halliday and Cook were benched? I think it's because they had a shocker against Forest Green. That's why, personally, I think. But I'm not the manager, and
didn't everybody?
I just think they played well. What about yourself, Diane Love?
I'm not 100% sure, but didn't Brad come off with like a bit of an injury against Forest Green? So that could be why he benched him, to sort of like give it a chance.
Yeah.
And might put him on because they subbed him in second half at Forest Green.
Halliday took a big hit, didn't he? In sort of middle of the pitch.
But I don't know why he didn't start Cook up front unless he wanted to try a new front two.
Cook were getting frustrated, you could see that. And I just think... But he wasn't getting any support. There were players on that pitch that played a damn sight worse than Cook did, or Halliday.
Yeah, but it might have been just to give him a rest as well.
Maybe so.
See what they did.
Maybe so.
Yeah. And Chris, your thoughts on why Cook and Halliday got benched?
I think Alexander had an aneurysm, but he got better after it. So he must have got 10 minutes in and realised, oh crap, why don't I put him on?
Define getting better.
It takes a long time. It's just about as long as Walker kicking a ball.
Right. And my score predictions, I forgot to tell mine, I think. My score prediction for tomorrow is I think Bradford City are probably going to sneak it 1-0, and I'm going to go Andy Cook. Has anyone else got anything last words they want to say before we do go?
Nope.
Chris?
Come on, City is all I'm going to say.
I'm going to say, come on, City. You need a win. Bring it.
Put your big pants on, boys.
Right. Time to mute everybody. Can you mute yourself for me, please, Diane? Put your beer down and mute yourself. She muted herself. I think she muted herself. Right. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And thank you for coming today. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We'll be back on Friday at 7 o'clock, live again on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok and X. Also, come and join us on our little small Facebook page, Bradford City Up the Chickens, where you can do Super 6 every year, every season. And also Golden Goal feature, where we play it every match day. Hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And thank you for listening and watching.
Bradford, it's Bradford, it's Big Green.
podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.